One more common question that many mothers ask me are, how do I know that I'm getting enough of milk and that my baby is growing well on my milk, or my baby is getting enough of feed that the baby requires? Hello, I'm Dr. Poonamsvlog from Dr. Poonam's Vlog, pediatrician, a child and newborn specialist from Goa, practicing for last 10 years. So here in this video today, we shall see how you know that my baby is getting enough of milk. So your baby gets enough of milk when you can see two of these signs. The sign number one is that your baby is gaining 20 to 30 grams of weight per day. Okay, that is after 8 to 10 days of baby's life. Okay, that is a baby who is more than 8 to 10 days of age, they should gain 20 to 30 grams of weight per day. And the second is that the baby's pee count, that is the susu count, should be at least more than 6 times in a day after 48 hours after the baby is born, or that is 2 days after the baby is born. Now, why so in these two conditions? Why did I put this one few clauses here and there? I will explain that now. Okay, when the baby is born, suppose your baby is born as 3 kilos. Okay, now when your baby is born as 3 kilos, they are naturally supposed to lose, or physiologically supposed to lose 10% of their weight in the first 8 to 10 days of life. Now, why is this? Because they lose the excess water which is there in the baby's body. Now, this is totally normal. So, that means a baby who is 3 kilos at birth can normally lose around 300 grams of weight, and that is expected. You are not going to be serious about that. Okay, they can weight more than around 300, but should not lose more than 300 grams of weight after 10 days of life, or rather after 10 days of life the baby should start gaining weight to the tune of 20 to 30 grams per day. Okay, now remember that this, what I'm telling, is in a normal newborn baby. By that I mean a baby who is born after 9 months of pregnancy and is having a weight of around 2.5 kilos and more, and did not have any other neonatal or complications soon after birth. The second thing is your pee count of at least 6 times a day or more. That is the number of times you are changing the baby's diapers or the baby's langot. Okay, the cloth diapers should be at least 6 times in a day or more. Now, this should happen after 48 hours of the baby's age. That means after the baby is 2 days of age, they should pass urine at least 6 times in a day. Now, why these 2 days are important? Usually, baby takes at least 2 days to pass their first episode of susu soon after birth, because of the development or the maturation of the kidney which is still occurring. Okay, sometimes they may not pass susu soon after the birth. At times it also happens, okay, and you should make a note of this, that the babies pass their first urine soon after birth when the baby is with either the doctor or the nurse or some hospital staff, and the baby is still not handed over to you. Now, in these cases, make it a point that you ask your doctor or the nurse or the hospital staff whom the baby was with to ask them whether the baby passed their first urine when the baby was with them before the baby was handed over to you. The same holds true for even the baby's first stools or the first potties or the caca or the first meconium that we say. Okay, this baby sometimes pass urine and the first stool soon after birth when the baby is not with you but with the doctor, with the nurse or the hospital staff who was attending the delivery, and the baby was not with you that time. So make it a point to ask them whether the baby passed their first urine or the first caca or the potty when the baby was not with you. Otherwise, it will be in your mind that, oh, my baby hasn't passed urine, when actually the baby has passed urine in the first few hours soon after the birth. It is very important that the baby passes their first stool soon after birth within the first 24 hours, because that shows the integrity of the baby's intestine. Okay, many times certain problems can be diagnosed just because the baby did not pass stool in the first 24 hours. Okay, that is why we count the baby's age according to the hours of life. That is 1 hour of life, 2 hour of life, 3 hour of life, till 48 hours to 72 hours of life, because certain problems can be diagnosed depending upon that. Okay, so that is about the adequacy of your milk and the urine output of the baby. So remember two things, that baby should gain weight 20 to 30 grams per day after birth, after 8 to 10 days of birth, and that they should pass urine at least 6 times in a day in the first few days, after 2 days of life, so that we know that your milk is enough for the baby. Also remember, demand and supply is the only principle which breast milk follows. That means if the baby is sucking on your breast or your body is going to produce more milk. So remember ladies, breastfeed and breastfeed soon after the baby is born. The best would be as soon as the baby is born. If the baby can start breastfeeding, that would be the best way of getting your baby started, or the kick started with the breastfeeding. I wish you all a best luck for your breastfeeding journey. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section, or in the description section you will see my Google form link wherein you can ask your questions so that I don't miss them. I will take best care and I will take the utmost care to see that I pick up your questions and answer them as and when it is possible for me. Just to help me out, you can fill the Google form so that I don't miss around your questions. Also remember, those of you who want a quick answer, there is another portal over there, another link over there. You can opt for the teleconsultations too. And for those who want specific answers, please feel free to fill the teleconsultation form. Bye bye and see you in the next episode with another question. Thank you.